This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, even the Fusion Strike stuff. So be sure to head over to the website PotownStore.com and use that coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off. Also, head over to cardsmarket.com if you're a European player. This website is fantastic. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe, and I personally use it every single day to get rid of cards that I don't need to buy new ones. Use the referral name ZapDoesTCG and you're helping out the channel tremendously. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com. This website is fantastic when you create your own unique custom playmat. They ship worldwide, and of course right now you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So start creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. So thanks for sticking with the commercials. Let's get this video on the roll. Peace. It's time for a couple new bars. Let me introduce freaking V-Stars. We are back. Yeah, two prize cards, so blast me maxes, they left scars. The Fire Dax lost Weller in the past with Brilliant Stars. They're gonna be back. TCE nerf, yeah, what the heck? I guess it's true, we're spitting facts for sure. Magma Basin will be insane and no time for saving. Think about obtaining, people are not craving Charizard on the brain, and there's no stopping it with a stat so amazing. A blast from the past with Wonder Check. Ultra Ball 2 is totally back, and there's a Bank Blocker, yeah, I check. Brilliant Stars will be a marvelous set. Yes, that's right. The top 20 best cards from Brilliant Stars. Are you guys ready to get to know the new meta cards? Charizard on the brain. You guys are hyped. Smack the hell out of the like button. I appreciate it a ton. And now, let's go! What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure you are subscribed so you don't ever miss a single upload. Today we're going to be talking about Brilliant Stars. It comes out on the 25th of February and we are already very excited to see a whole lot of new archetypes, a new mechanic in the form of V-Star Pokemon powers, which is going to be very interesting, and of course a whole lot of new archetypes to add on to our current format, which is actually very needed because of the fact that Mew VMAX is running rampant in the format right now, and maybe with a lot of new inclusions, it's going to be fantastic to see a little bit of balance going around in the Pokemon trading card game. If you guys have any opinions about Brilliant Stars, be sure to let me know down below. There are 172 cards in this set, and I actually came up with a top 20 best cards list. So this is just my personal opinion on how impactful the cards will be. I've been playing the game for more than 10 years competitively with some mediocre success here and there, so which is very cool. And we're going to be, of course, showcasing my opinion about specific cards, because cards like Ultra Ball are coming back, cards in the form for instance, the Bibarel has the same ability as the one from Octillery from Breakpoint or Breakthrough back in days, which saw a huge amount of play. So there's a lot of great cards in this set, and it's definitely a set you want to be getting your hands on, just because of the fact there's so many staple cards in here, new mechanic coming around as well. So here are a couple of like honorable mentions, I would say, because I couldn't cut it into like 20 cards. So we have Lucario with the Roaring Resolve, being able to accelerate a fighting energy from the deck to it, stopping more damage for every fighting energy attached to it. There's the Roseanne's Backup, allowing you to shuffle back a Pokemon, a tool card, a stadium, and an energy card. The cool thing is it specifies like the energy card, so you can get back special energies, of course, from your discard pile back into your deck, which is very unique because we don't have that as of late. But I don't know if Roseanne's Backup will be so impactful that it's going to be game-breaking card here and there. There's Torterra, a viable stage 2 deck that actually resolves around the Grottle, which can actually get some more grass Pokemon from the deck every single turn. There's Moltres, a one-prize attacker, which slaps enough damage to knock out weak HP Pokemon like Sobble, as well as like Drizzles and stuff. I think it slaps 90 damage, yeah, exactly 90 damage, and it only has to have damage onto it, which is very easy to do that with the new Stadium card, the Magma Basin, which we're going to be talking about later in this video. There's the Ice Cube, giving some sniping capabilities to the Fusion Strike deck, and this is the last Fusion card we'll ever get, if I had to guess. There's also Mimikyu VMAX, which snipes a huge amount of damage if you play that new Acerola card, which lets you look at the opponent's hand, and for every trading card you find there, you can draw a card. Not too great, but I still want to mention it regardless. And then there's the Zamazenta, discarding your entire hand and then drawing 5 cards. I don't know if it's that going to be impactful because your turn ends. If your turn ends, you might as well like utilize something like the Talonflame to just discard your hand and draw cards, which you can use on the first turn as well. I don't know how to feel about the Zamazenta, but it might actually be better than I give it credit for. But I think the Zacian with Intrepid Sword is for now better. But there will be decks that want to get rid of a lot of cards, for instance the War Madame deck, which we're going to be talking about very shortly, because this is going to be the top 20 best cards of Brilliant Stars. Yeah, buckle up, get yourself a soda and a snack, and let's just get this adventure started. So number 20, as I was explaining here, it is going to be War Madame. War Madame is one of those interesting cards just because of the fact that it's actually a reminiscent card of Vespiquen back in the day. Who remembers Vespiquen being able to slap to be revenge, slapping more damage for every Pokemon in your discard pile? This time around, it's a 30 base damage plus 10 more for every Pokemon in your discard pile. The problem I have with this is that War Madame is a grass type. You can also be a fighting type and a metal type, which all do the exact same Madam attack, slapping 30 damage for plus 10 more for every Pokemon in your discard pile. The problem I have is the power creep. VMAXs have 320 HP on average, and the problem with that is that you're only slapping 30 damage plus 10 more for every Pokemon in your discard pile. Let's say you have 20 Pokemon in your discard pile, right? 20 Pokemon, that's a lot. You're gonna be able to slap 230, that's not enough, still not enough. And if you have like 1/3 of your deck being Pokemon and it's still not enough, I have to count this out as a very roguish archetype. We're going to be trying it out on the channel for sure, but it's here on the number 20 spot. The cool thing is that with Zoroark, you can actually transform into any War Madame you want to hit for specific weaknesses. The fighting type can of course slap weakness against Jolteon, and of course stuff like Eternatus, but I don't even know if Jolteon VMAX will be still as great as it is, because we are going to be getting a bench blocker, so don't sleep on that. But one price dish will have it a little bit better, but this is still not quite enough. Like, imagine this is like worse than Mad Party, right? I think Mad Party has some resurgence with of course the new energy, so maybe we should play Mad Party over the War Madame. I don't know, let me know in the comments, because Mad Party is like 20 for every Mad Party in your discard pile. You can be playing like 16 or something and just go crazy, slap more damage than War Madame ever could. So not too huge of a fan, but it's a nice archetype for sure. Number 19 is Whimsicott V-Star. This is the first V-Star up on the menu. The reason why it's in here is it's for the Tricky Wind. And before I continue, I also want to give a huge shout out to Talonite X over at Twitter for providing us with the English scans already, so I can make videos like this for you guys. So big shout out, go check them out over at twitter.com. So we have a Tricky Wind. It's actually Chaos Wheel, making sure the opponent is not able to play down tool cards and special energies. If you're able to get this attack off and have some hammers by your side as well, you're going to be able to shut down entire decks that rely on special energies. You could be combining this with Shadow Radical XV, which also stops the opponent from playing special energies with its first attack. And then the Shadow Radical XV Max providing us with the energy acceleration, the Underworld Door, which could help out the Cotton Ball Star. V-Star powers are actually attacks or abilities that you can only use once during a game. Note that down, you cannot use twice, even if it's an ability and an attack, it doesn't matter, only one V-Star power a game. And this is a very interesting one, 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for every energy attached to this Pokemon. So with, of course, Shadow Radical X VMAX, you're going to be able to accelerate Psychic energies. You're going to be having like 4 energies on here, and then you're going to be able to snipe 240 on whatever choice. So the V-Star attacks and abilities are going to be very strong. The reason why it's only so low up on the list, I don't know how to feel about this one. I know it's nice to shut down special energies, but I can only find its home and Shadow Radical XV Max, which is underperforming as of late, so that's why it's a little bit lower up on the list. Number 18 is Shaymin. Yeah, Shaymin V-Star, another V-Star Pokemon. It is in here for the Revenge Burst, although it does have a very unique ability here with the V-Star power. Star Bloom, during your turn, you may use this ability once during a game, so then you can heal 120 damage from every one of your grass Pokemon, instantly healing everything. So that is not going to be the most powerful V-Star power I've seen, but it could help out decks like Leafeon to heal a little bit here and there, and also have that Revenge Burst by your side. Revenge Burst slaps 120 damage and then 40 damage for every prize card your opponent has taken. So in total, let's say the opponent has taken 5 prize cards, you're going to be able to slap 320. We are getting Choice Belt as well, so you can buff that damage up, and you can get this off in decks that are not running grass energies with Aurora Energy and Raihan. So very nice late game potential Shaymin V-Star. I'm not too keen on the weakness here, because fire is going to be very good with, of course, this set. 17 is Honchkrow. One of the more broken abilities I've seen so far. This Pokemon may have up to 4 tool cards attached to it. If the ability is deactivated with something like, for instance, Path to the Peak, you have to discard 3 tool cards until you only have 1 remaining. Makes sense, right? So Honchkrow has a bad attack, 130, and look at the opponent's hand, but the key feature it has is getting 4 tool cards attached. Spirit Mask is a very cool tool card that if you get damaged, the opponent has to discard a random card from their hand, or actually just select the card that they want to discard. Imagine you have like 3 of them onto Honchkrow, or even 4. The opponent has to discard a lot of cards from hand, and with of course some tankiness by your side, you could be giving a Cape of Toughness onto Honchkrow. The opponent actually might mill their hand completely with this strategy. There's also Pachirisu slapping a lot of damage for every tool card you have in play. This is going to be a deck, Pachirisu, Honchkrow, maybe you play it with Raihan back-to-back, or maybe you're playing it with Flaffy to go, of course, with Free Retreat, Air Balloon and stuff. Whatever the case is, a tool drop deck is coming, and it's going to be fantastic. And that's why it's here on the number 17 spot, Honchkrow V, as well as Pachirisu. Moving forward, Floatzel. Every control player will love Floatzel. Who has nightmares of a Oranguru with, of course, the resource management? Well, Flotation actually allows you to put 2 item cards back into your hand. If you're playing a lot of Pal Pad, if you're playing a lot of Hammers, if you're playing this new Team Yelchir. Team Yelchir is a supporter, but you can get it back with Pal Pad. But this supporter allows you to shuffle any combination of supporters and Pokemon up to 3 into your deck. So with Pal Pad and Team Yelchir and Team Yelgrunt and Crushing Hammer and the Flotation, you're gonna have quite the nasty deck by your side, and control players will love to get their resources back. Maybe Fan of Waves, maybe Crushing Hammer, maybe even other item cards that you want to get back. Floatzel has your back, and you can get those also off with Zoroark transforming into Floatzel in the desired situation. Control gets a buff, that's what I'm saying here. Moving forward, 15, Kindler. I don't know how you pronounce this fella, but you have to discard a Fire Energy from hand in order to use it, and then look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put 2 of them in the hand, and shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Gives me some vibes of Sage's training back in the days of like Herd Gold Soul Silver era. But this time around, you don't have to discard the rest of your cards. You can just select 2 and the rest gets shuffled back in. So you don't have to worry about discarding unnecessary resources. This is a nice way to dig for rare candy in the form of like the Cinderace deck, while also getting the Fire Energy in the discard pile for, of course, the ability to get the energy back if you go into the active slot. So I could see this working out in Cinderace. You could also utilize this in any fire deck using the Magma Basin, which is a crazy cool looking stadium card, which we're gonna get back to very shortly. It allows you to get energies into play, and the cool thing is you need energies in your discard pile, and Kindler makes sure you can do that. Also, you can find your maybe dig for cross switchers or something. This could be interesting. You don't always have to rely on a Shady Dealings Inteleon engine to grab the cards or cherry pick cards from the deck. Very similar to Bill's Analysis, I would say. But Bill's Analysis only took like trainer cards. This takes everything. So moving forward, 14 is Raichu. Raichu finally got some love by being overshadowed by Pikachu for way too long. It has the fast charge for 1 energy. You can also use it on your first turn, by the way. You can accelerate the lightning energy actually from the deck to it. I would still go for Bolton if you go second, so there's maybe plays with Bolton V, Raichu V, and getting a lot of energies into play because Dynamic Spark is exactly like Alcremie VMAX from Champion's Path. Slapping damage for every energy you're willing to discard. This time around, Lightning Energies is the cards you need to discard here, so Dynamic Spark, 60 damage for every Lightning Energy you're willing to discard. You have Cape of Toughness, making Raichu more tankier than ever before, although 250 is not a lot, if I'm being honest. You have Speed Lightning to draw some cards while getting that additional Power Spark damage boost, 60 damage if you discard it. But Speed Lightning draws you 2 cards, and Flaffy can get basic Lightning Energies back from the discard pile, so you can go Dynamic Spark, you know how it goes. The problem is you will need an average of 6 Lightning Energies in your discard pile, or 5 if you count in the new choice belt, which we're also going to be getting in this set, which is super nice. So let's say you have 5 Lightning Energies in play, you can get them back. You will need a lot of Flaffies and maybe some manual attachments, maybe even additional Turbo Patch, although I'm not a fan of Turbo Patch. Maybe you wait 2 turns, but yeah, Dynamic Spark is a powerful attack and will be utilized in Lightning boxes. Will it be better than Rayquaza VMAX? We'll have to figure it out. 13, Raikou, whatever you want to call Raikou. It is actually a very cool Pokemon, having the same exact stats like Suicune V. We have the Blizzard Rondo, and here it is the Lightning Rondo, slapping 20 damage for every bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. You have the Fleet-Footed as well. The only difference here is you have 10 HP lower and you have 1 retreat cost lower. So I don't know if it's going to be any better with a retreat cost of 1. You would still need Air Balloon to, of course, get a free retreat going, although 1 retreat cost is always nice to have. You have Speed Lightning to draw some cards, you have Flaffy to get energies into play, and you have Cape of Toughness to make it more tanky. This could be any Lightning deck, whether you're playing Rayquaza, you could be playing Raikou, whether you're playing Raichu V, you could be playing Raikou. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I think it's a very good card, and as Suicune has proven us anything, is that, of course, this is capable, of course, of going very quickly on the first couple of turns. So let's say you have first attachment, and then the next turn you have Flaffy attachment. You can go crazy with a lot of damage. Maybe you pair it with Ludicolo, maybe you pair with Aurora Energy and, of course, Melanie. lots of possibilities with the legendary dogs here. And talking about another dog, number 12 is Entei. Entei is here, and it's not an illusion. Yeah, a little quote from the movies here. So yeah, this is Entei V, having a retreat cost of 3, but having 230 HP. So more HP than Suicune V and Raikou V, but more retreat cost. You can get rid of your retreat cost a little bit with the Ninetales, I think, from Fusion Strike, which lowers the retreat by 2. You have Fleet-Footed and the Burning Rondo. You can, of course, use Magma Basin to just set it up in one turn. For those of you that still don't know what it is, we're going to be talking about it in detail, but it allows you to accelerate fire energy from your discard pile to the Entei V. And then you have to put 2 damage counters on it. Not bad for a stadium card, right? We don't even have Chaotic Swell in this format, so Magma Basin is one of the most broken cards in this set. We're going to be talking about it, all about it very shortly, but you also have Heat Fire Energy, making Entei having 250 HP, Cape of Toughness, boom, 300 HP, 2 prize Pokemon with Energy Acceleration. That's what you want. Very good card here, Entei, so I'm a very huge fan of the legendary dog trio. 11 is going to Bibarel, aka the Octillery Wannabe, aka Abyssal Hand is back. Handworking Fangs allows you to draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Very, very good, and will be used in a lot of one-price decks. For instance, Malamar, you always throw away your cards back in the deck, but with Bibarel you can draw until you have 5. Very, very strong in combination with Octillery, so definitely seeing a home in there right away. Maybe decks like Galarian, Mr. Rime finally have a way to just work perfectly. And there's also Marnie, which allows you to, of course, yeah, prevent stuff like Marnie. If you get Marnie, you have Bibarel to save you, right? So, very good card. The problem is it is not searchable with Lava Ball. The good news is Ultra Ball's coming. Moving forward, number 10, Cheren Scare, and this is a very unique, cool card. Putting one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters onto it, and all cards attached to it into your hand. So that includes the energies, that includes the tool card. And now Togekiss VMAX is finally good. We're getting that double turbo energy, more on that later. But you can just slap damage, cherry pick some cards out of the deck, you get damage, use Cheren Scare, and loop it all over again. So that's gonna be fantastic to try out. Also, Salamence VMAX could be utilizing that because it has a high amount of hit points. And also Arceus V-Star, the poster boy of course, the Brilliant Star set, will of course be able to get picked up onto the hand. I don't know if we're going to be seeing Arceus V-Star Cheren Scare combos. More fan of the Togekiss VMAX here, getting a huge buff here with the energy as well as the Cheren Scare. Collapse Stadium is back, is reminiscing of Parallel City. Who remembers that, right? Each player can't have more than 4 bench Pokemon, aka Sudowoodo. If a player has 4 or more bench Pokemon, they discard bench Pokemon until they have 4 Pokemon on the bench. The player who played this card discards first. If more than one effect changes the number of bench Pokemon, use the smaller number. Okay, they had to put so much text onto this card, but Collapse Stadium is good. You could be healing your huge VMAX instantly. Just play a lot of Pokemon on your bench. I'm gonna be giving you a slight example. Let's say we are playing Suicune V. We're playing Suicune V, we have Cape of Toughness out of, not you're gonna be playing Collapse Stadium with Suicune V, but it's just a hypothetical example. You have Suicune V, you have some Sobbles up on your bench, and you have 1 bench slot remaining. While you slap down another Suicune, you retreat that Suicune that is damaged, you use the Collapse Stadium, and boom! You can heal off a damaged Pokemon. That's how cool it is. Healing off, if you play it yourself, you can play it cleverly and heal off damaged Pokemon. If you are playing Crobat V, you can get rid of your Crobat V. If you're playing Eternatus, you're not gonna be loving this because they will actually really screw you over. Although Path to the Peak already screwed you over a little bit, this is even going a step further with Collapse Stadium. One of the best stadiums printed in the last 2 years for sure, Collapse Stadium. Number 8. Charizard V-Star, another poster boy of the set, and will be a chase card for sure because there's a Rainbow Rare confirmed. And people will lose their minds, lose their money in their wallets. They're gonna go mental, mark my words. Charizard V-Star slapping a whopping 130, and if he has any damage counters onto it, you slap 100 more for 3 energies, 230. That sounds like a Brave Blade to me. The cool thing is, with Magma Basin, you could put 2 damage counters onto yourself while accelerating an energy from the discard pile. You can get rid of your retreat cost with the Ninetales I talked about, and the Heat Fire can get you more HP than ever before. The cool thing is, with this V-Star power, this is probably one of the stronger ones out there. You're going to be able to slap 320 flat. This is already the perfect number to knock out V-Max Pokemon. You can go even overboard with Choice Helmet to go for 350. Knocking out anything in your path. You can only use it once a game, but if you knock out a VMAX, you're halfway there of winning the game, right? And you only give up 2 prize cards with V-Star Pokemon. Don't forget that. Very, very huge fan of the fire stuff that is coming out right now because we've lost Welder, and now we're getting some more firepower back. I know it's in the form of a stadium, and it's not 2 energies, but yeah, this guy needs 4 energies, right? So if you go first, have a first turn attachment, and get the Magma Basin on top of that, you're gonna be like halfway there of going for a second turn Star Blaze, 320, and the opponent will be crying. Moving forward, number 7, the better V-Star out of the bunch, Arceus V-Star, Arceus. Which camp are you? Let me know down below. We have a Trinity Nova slapping 200 damage and search your deck for up to 3 basic energies and attach them to your V Pokemon in any way that you like. Full Blitz Party. Yeah, this is gonna be cool because we have the double turbo energy, and the double turbo energy also works out for the Arceus V, which actually accelerates the 3 energies from the deck to the V Pokemon in any way you like, but doesn't do damage. The Arceus goes even on top of that, doing damage. You could be playing this maybe in I would say like Raichu decks, because you do have Flaffy for energy acceleration. You can get this off, get some more energies into play, go for that crazy damage output of the Raichu V. You can also, with Star Birth, the perfect ability ever. Who remembers Computer Search? A-Spec card. Once one card in your deck. Well, once a move, Star Birth V-Star power is here. Search your deck for any 2 cards. Any 2. Rare candy. You call it. Boss for game, you called it. Oh, I need to get myself out of a nasty situation to find Switch. Star Birth has everything a V-Star power move needs, and you can get any 2 cards. Very strong. I might see this actually working out in a lot of decks. Just because it's just a 2-prizer, Crobat was also a 2-prizer, just has Arceus sitting in your bench, maybe a 1/1 line in a lot of decks to just use that ability because it's super strong. Number 6. Double Turbo Energy. This Double Turbo Energy will give a lot of life to cards that use Double Kara's Energy. Double Kara's Energy is now nerfed, as you can see. If you attach this to a Pokemon, you deal 20 less damage to your opponent's Pokemon. That means, yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna be nerfed a little bit. On the other hand, there are attacks that do not dish out damage. For instance, the Galarian Rapidash V, allowing you to put damage counters on a Pokemon until it has 100 HP remaining, could be utilizing Double Turbo Energy. The Togekiss VMAX will gladly give up 20 less damage to just attack for just attachment, and you can go in loops with the Charon's Care. So, also, with Salazzle, you could be utilizing that. Even though for 1-price Pokemon, we still have Twin Energy. So, Twin Energy in combination with Double Turbo Energy will allow you to have up to 8 of these, double attachments into your deck. That means you can maybe play Mad Party again. Mad Party, who's in? Who's gonna try it? Let me know. Maybe we can play that with that Zamazenta that we featured on the list. Maybe. I think we could have something working out here. Although we don't have the Giovanni's Exile, it could still be interesting. Moving forward, number 5. These are the best 5 cards of the set. Brilliant Stars is coming. Magma Basin, probably the most broken stadium of the bunch. Being able to discard a Fire Energy from hand. Oh no, I'm saying it completely wrong. I'm just too overhyped. So you need a Fire Energy in your discard pile, and then you can accelerate a Fire Energy by using that Magma Basin Stadium card. And if you do that, you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Cards like Volcanion V can now become playable. Cards like Houndoom V can become playable. Just because we didn't have Fire Energy Acceleration, you can take a look at all the Fire Pokemon that have came out ever since Sword and Shield and think of them with a new eye, as to speak. Charizard V-Star, of course, will utilize this. Entei V will utilize this. Maybe even Victini could utilize this. If a Victini VMAX goes down, you can have it set up in 1 turn without having to rely on Raihan. So lots of things possible, although Victini VMAX probably will utilize Path to the Peak still, because Path to the Peak still shuts down abilities of V-Star Pokemon. V Pokemon in general, everything with a rule box, super strong. So moving forward, number 4, Manaphy. Manaphy is here, and it is broken. It actually shuts down all the damage done to your bench Pokemon. So yeah, Unbroken Bonds, Mew style, your entire bench is protected. Cards like Inteleon VMAX, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, Jolteon VMAX will now be crying in the corner saying like, no, why do you exist? They're in the format where, of course, Mew was around. It was very easy to go for quick shooting, and then using the Medicham with the Yoga Loop. Now this Manaphy has freaking 70 HP. With 70 HP, that's not possible, so they will need quick shoot, and then a Yoga Loop. A lot of things that could happen, and maybe some decks even play Scoop Up Net to really utilize the Manaphy or maybe Rescue Carrier. So Manaphy will help out 1-price decks in general. Think about like Decidueye maybe. Even though Decidueye is not good right now, it could become better because it still blocks attacks from V Pokemon, including V-Stars. We also have, of course, Manaphy that could protect stuff like as I was saying, a lot of 1-price decks will just use it because they've been gate capped by, of course, Jolteon VMAX and Rapstrike Urshifu VMAX by way too many sets, to be honest. So it's been a while. It's well deserved here. We get it back. Bench blocking Manaphy, perfect. Moving forward, number 3, Choice Belt. Who remembers Choice Band? Yeah, slapping 30 more damage to GXs. Well, this round slaps 30 more damage to V Pokemon. This is exactly what we want. Cards like Dracopult VMAX become way better because now they can 2-shot. We have Galarian Moltres now being able to slap 220, knocking out evolving V Pokemon as early as the second turn because you can, of course, utilize the Dire Flame Wings. Gengar VMAX now has a base damage of 280 with some single strike energies. On top of that, you're going to be one-shotting anything in the game. So Gengar VMAX gets buffed, Galarian Moltres gets buffed, everything gets buffed. The game's going crazy. Mew VMAX could cap up to more damage output like Technoblast for 240 without relying on power tablets. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. This card is super good. There's also ways you could utilize it with Salazzle Butterfree to slap a whopping damage output of 300 without the special conditions. So with the special conditions, burn and of course poison, the opponent might be knocked out by a Salazzle Butterfree deck. Who knows? Can it become viable? We're gonna have to figure it out. This card is awesome. Then the next 2 cards. Number 2, Lumineon V. Yeah, I know people are gonna say, what, Lumineon V, what's going on? We're in a format where you're not able to play a supporter on the first turn. I know. Don't attack me. It's just my opinion. There's, of course, Lumineon V with the Lumineon sign, aka Wonder Tag, allowing you to get any supporter from the deck if you slap it down on the bench. The cool thing is we have a lot of great supporters out there that you want to have in your deck, but not in high quantities. Think about the well-timed Cheryl. Does he have Cheryl? Well, Quick Ball Cheryl. Marnie, I get Marnie to have a Quick Ball or have an Ultra Ball. Well, out of nowhere, you get the Research. You're never gonna get Marnie into like bad hands ever again because unless Path to the Peak is in play. Yeah, Path to the Peak, Marnie's still super broken. But anyhow, if Path to the Peak is not in play, you can be utilizing this even for Single Strike Mustard plays. Just like, I need the Single Strike Mustard right now. Quick Ball, Lumineon, slap it down, using it. Oh, I need the boss for game. Lumineon has your back. Why is it better than Eldegoss? Well, Eldegoss is from the discard pile in the late game. This could be an early game thing and could also be searched out. How about the Rhine that you need at that specific turn? Or maybe the Marnie you need that specific turn because the opponent has like 15 cards in their hand for some specific reason. Everything's possible with Lumineon. I think it's a very great card. And then the number 1 card, can you guess it? Everyone's favorite card is back, Ultra Ball. Yes, Ultra Ball gets the number 1 spot for me because it's just so strong. For way too long, we had to handle with those annoying Evolution Ensenses in the opening hand, being able to do nothing with them, and you don't need them, and you get marked into 3 Evolution Ensenses, and you don't want them. Well, Ultra Ball is here. It's ultra, it's powerful. It discards 2 cards from hand and search your deck for any card you want, any Pokemon card. So whether it's a V Union puzzle piece, whether it's a Stage 2, Stage 1, basic Pokemon, V-Star Pokemon, V-Max Pokemon, it doesn't matter, you can get anything with the Ultra Ball, which is super solid. Will help out decks like Beedrill to empty the hand to utilize Single Strike Mustard, will help out V-Union decks to just get the puzzle pieces finally out of the deck. It will actually help out any deck because I think decks will now utilize like 4 Ultra Balls, or although Level Ball is also still a factor, so maybe a mixture between Quick Ball, Ultra Balls, and Level Balls, and maybe some Evolution Essence. We have so many search power. What will be the staple? What will you use? Will you use 4 Ultra Ball on top of 4 Quick Balls, or what will you use? I'm very curious to hear your opinion because Ultra Ball is very great in the early game to finally get your setup. Imagine you're playing Shadow Rider, Calyrex, VMAX, your opening hand is like Shadow Rider, Energy, Evolution Essence, let's say another Energy and stuff. So you're not going to be able to use that. If those were Ultra Balls, you could use Ultra Ball, Crobat, draw some more cards. Also going to help out Crobat to, of course, empty your hand to draw more cards. So huge fan of Ultra Ball. It's finally back, and hopefully you guys will enjoy playing with the Brilliant Stars cards. Big shout out again to Talonite X for the English translations. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, right? You have to just rock the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much. I put a lot of time and effort into creating this video, and yeah, hopefully you guys appreciate it. So yeah, if you also are looking for TCGO code cards, go head over to the Poketown store, use the coupon code ZABLUSTCG for 5 whopping % off your complete order. They will have Brilliant Stars up on stock during like 1 or 2 weeks before release day. Just head over to the website, refresh continuously until you see them popping up, because it's gonna be ridiculously hype. Also, yeah, Brilliant Stars will also be a factor of course, the team challenge, which is super nice to see. What else can I say? Go check out our other sponsors. If you're looking for physical cards, go check out cardmarket.com. You can, of course, utilize the referral name ZapDosTCG, and cardmarket.com is for European players to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Last but not least, the one and only yourplaymat.com website. Click the link down below and get 10% off your complete order, of course, when creating your own unique custom playmat. They ship worldwide and you can upload your favorite wallpaper or design today. That was it. Super long video, but yeah, it was necessary. Brilliant Stars is awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about these cards. What is your favorite card you're looking forward to? What did you think about my personal rap? I want to be knowing everything you think down below in the comment section. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more daily Pokemon TCG videos. So don't miss out and subscribe. Peace.